I just wanted to call it to your attention. This is a civilian vessel. The people in charge are changing flag states as a matter of convenience. United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, Article 101. Piracy consists of any of the following acts: any illegal act of violence or detention, or any act of depredation committed for private ends by the crew or the passengers of a private ship or a private aircraft, and directed on the high seas against another ship or aircraft, or against persons or property on board such ship or aircraft. Against a ship or aircraft, persons, or property in a place outside of the jurisdiction of any state. Any act of voluntary participation in the operation of a ship or aircraft, which, with knowledge of the facts making it a pirate ship or aircraft. Any acts of inciting or intentionally facilitating an act of depredation, subparagraph A or B. Article 101. Piracy consists of any of the... Article 103. Definition of a pirate ship or aircraft. A ship or aircraft is considered a pirate ship or aircraft if it is intended by the persons in dominant control to be used for the purpose of committing any of the acts referred to in Article 101. The same applies if the ship or aircraft has been used to commit any such act, so long as it remains under the control of the persons guilty of that act. Article 102. Piracy by a warship, government ship, or government aircraft whose crew has mutinied. The acts of piracy, as defined in Article 101, committed by a warship, government ship, or government aircraft whose crew has mutinied and taken control of the ship or aircraft, are assimilated to acts committed by pirate ship or aircraft. Piracy. In the United States, the law, the supreme but limited authority, sovereignty, is derived from the willing consent of the governed. United States Code, subsection 1652, citizens as pirates. Whoever, being a citizen of the United States, commits any murder or robbery or any act of hostility against the United States or against any citizen thereof on the high seas under color of any foreign prince or state on pretense of authority from any person is a pirate and shall be imprisoned for life. United States Code, subsection 1658, plunder of distressed vessel. Whoever plunders, steals, or destroys any money, goods, merchandise, or other effects from or belonging to any vessel in distress or wrecked, lost, stranded, or cast away upon the sea or upon any reef, shoal, bank, or rocks of the sea, or in any place within the Admiralty and Maritime jurisdiction of the United States, shall be fined under this title or imprisoned not more than 10 years, or both. Subsection B. Whoever willfully obstructs the escape of any person endeavoring to save his life from such vessel, or the wreck thereof, or whoever holds out, or shows any false light, or extinguishes any true light, with the intent to bring any vessel sailing upon the seas into danger or distress, or shipwreck shall be imprisoned not less than 10 years and may be imprisoned for life. 18 United States Code, subsection 1657, corruption of seamen and confederating with pirates. Whoever attempts to corrupt any commander, master, officer, or mariner to yield up or to run away with any vessel or any goods, wares, or merchandise, or to turn pirate, or to go over to or confederate with pirates, or in any wise to trade with any pirate, knowing him to be such, or whoever furnishes such pirate with any ammunition, stores, or provisions of any kind, or whoever fits out any vessel, knowingly and with design, to trade with, supply, or correspond with any pirate or robber upon the seas, or whoever consults, confines, confederates, or corresponds with any pirate or robber upon the seas, knowing him to be guilty of any piracy or robbery, or whoever, being a seaman, confines the master of any vessel, shall be fined under this title, or imprisoned not more than 3 years, or both. 18 United States Code, subsection 1659, attack to plunder vessel. Whoever upon the high seas or other waters within the admiralty and maritime jurisdiction of the United States, by surprise or open force, maliciously attacks or sets upon any vessel belonging to another, with an intent unlawfully to plunder the same, or to despoil any owner thereof of any moneys, goods, or merchandise laden on board thereof, shall be fined under this title or imprisoned not more than 10 years, or both. 18 United States Code, subsection 1661, robbery ashore. Whoever, being engaged in any piratical cruise or enterprise, or being of the crew of any piratical vessel, lands from any such vessel, and commits robbery on shore, is a pirate, and shall be imprisoned for life. 18 United States Code, subsection 1651, piracy under the law of nations. Whoever, on the high seas, commits the crime of piracy, as defined by the law of nations, and afterwards is brought into or found in the United States, shall be imprisoned for life. United Nations Conventions of the Seas, Article 101. My apologies. '42 United States Code, subsection 1994, peonage abolished. The holding of any person to service or labor under the system known as peonage is abolished and forever prohibited in any territory or state of the United States, and all acts, laws, resolutions, orders, regulations, or usages of any territory or state which have heretofore established, maintained, or enforced, or by virtue of which any attempt shall hereafter be made to establish, maintain, or enforce, directly or indirectly, the voluntary or involuntary service or labor of any persons as peons in liquidation of any debt or obligation, or otherwise, are declared null and void. 18 United States Code, subsection 1583, enticement into slavery. Subsection A, whoever kidnaps or carries away any other person with the intent that such other person be sold into involuntary servitude or held as a slave. Subsection 2, entices, persuades, or induces any other person to go on board any vessel or to any other place with the intent that he or she may be made or held as a slave, or sent out of the country to be made or held, or so made or held. Subsection 3, obstructs or attempts to obstruct, or in any way interferes with or prevents the enforcement of this section, shall be fined under this title, in prison not more than 30 years, or both. Whoever violates this section shall be fined under this title, in prison for any term of years, or for life, or both, if the violation results in the death of the victim, or the violation includes kidnapping, an attempt to kidnap, aggravated sexual abuse, an attempt to commit aggravated sexual abuse, or an attempt to kill. United States Statutes at Large, Volume 1, First Congress, Second Session, Chapter 9, an act for the punishment of certain crimes against the United States. And be it further enacted that if any citizen shall commit any piracy or robbery aforesaid, or any act of hostility against the United States, or any citizen thereof upon the high seas, under color of any commission from any foreign prince or state, or on pretense of authority from any person, such offender shall, notwithstanding the pretense of any such authority, be deemed, adjudged, and taken to be a pirate, a felon, and a robber, and on being thereof convicted shall suffer death. Accessories therein, and how punished. In Section 10. And be it further enacted that every person who shall, either upon the land or the seas, knowingly and willingly aid and assist, procure, command, counsel, or advise any person or persons to do or commit any person, murder or robbery, or other piracy aforesaid upon the seas, which shall affect the life of such person, and such person or persons shall thereupon do or commit any such piracy or robbery, then all and every such person, so as aforesaid aiding, assisting, procuring, commanding, counseling, or advising the same, either upon the land or the sea, shall be, and they are hereby declared, deemed and adjudged to be an accessory to such piracies before the fact, and every such person being thereof convicted shall suffer death. Section 15. And be it enacted that if any person shall feloniously steal, take away, alter, falsify, or otherwise avoid any record, writ, process, or other proceedings in which any or in any of the courts of the United States, by means whereof any judgment shall be reversed, made void, or not take effect, or if any person shall acknowledge or procure to be acknowledged in any of the courts aforesaid, any recognizance, bail, or judgment, in the name or names of any other person or persons not privy or consenting to the same, such person or persons on conviction thereof shall be fined not exceeding $5,000, or be imprisoned not exceeding 7 years, and whipped not exceeding 39 stripes, provided nonetheless exceptions. This act shall not extend to the acknowledgement of any judgment or judgments by any attorney or attorneys, duly admitted for any person or persons against whom any such judgment or judgments shall be had or given. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, and with liberty and justice for all. Well, seeing as we're all guilty, I do hereby order the immediate civil death of all parties complicit in such actions. That is, loss of civil rights. As such, security in holdings seems null and void. Pay the men. Give them every red cent they desire. Give them their gold coin, marked at face value. Deliver it upon their doorstep. That's an order. I myself, I don't want anything except recompense for my time.